Next is a piece from my diary of last week. I'm also talking about the mind and its mysterious ways. So here it goes. I had some easy days. 2 days ago, I visited my diabetic specialist. We had a nice conversation. Turns out my sugar level is too high, and she increased my medicines. I went to the pharmacy the other day to pick them up, twice a day before breakfast and my evening dinner. After this conversation, I cycled to my new art space where I had a meeting with my fellow artists. It was a nice conversation. I talked with all of them, which was great. Really friendly people. A friend of mine also has an art space, and we talked about many things actually. Also, one of the things was that she went to an exhibition in the Cobra Museum in Amstelveen from Overtachi, a transgender who was hospitalized for more than 56 years in a psychiatric hospital. She was schizophrenic as well and also believed in reincarnation. I searched it up on the website from the museum, and the exhibition lasts until the 14th of May of this year. I might want to go there end of this month. In between, we talked about a new name for the art group, and I came up with some ideas. One of them was the Art Garfunkels. I thought it was a nice pun. That won't become the name, of course. Other things were that we introduced ourselves to each other. I'm not a fan of speaking in public, but it went reasonably well. I enjoyed myself. There's also a younger guy with whom I had many similarities, from movies to art and music. He's a singer-songwriter and let us listen to some of his songs on Spotify. Wasn't bad, actually. Was nice to listen to. The stage name is Jacob D. Edward, and you can find him on Spotify with a new EP called Threshold. The other evening, I went out with a good friend of mine for our weekly shisha in Amsterdam. Was fun. As always, I enjoyed myself. This weekend it is Easter. I won't do much, maybe visiting a friend in the evening, but I'm not sure yet. I will decide that later on. Then on Tuesday, I have a meeting with my therapist in my new art space. He wants to see it, and I think that is really nice. I also sent a message to the art route of my hometown, which will be in October of this year. I sent them my latest 3 paintings I made, and I got an email back that they will decide in July who can participate. Probably there are many artists, and the better ones will go through. So I've got something to do and make great paintings. Just like with the last exhibition. I do want to be a part of this group, of course. I've been thinking about the past, looking at my older vlogs and artwork from that time. I've been writing, painting, and vlogging about my life for some years already. I think it is really interesting about what I'm talking about, the gradations of thought. Being delusional isn't much fun. You're lost all the time. What is the inner core? Where do your thoughts and feelings end? When being psychotic, you're inside a vacuum, stuck in time, stuck inside a fantasy. What is life about? Who what are the boundaries with your inner thoughts? Also, your inner feelings, from low to high, about what is right. Where do you project them in? Different pictures of the same encounters all the time. You need to let go in all possibilities. Learning about the afterlife and reincarnation really helps to get back on track again. The ending inside turmoil, inside one last step, are of the past. It is always the same outcome. Disaster is in all of them. Eventually, you will get more risk in the system. The gradations are getting less. The projections on what life really is get bigger, though. A big pond or a huge ocean. You have to start somewhere. First, a big tsunami. In the end, there won't be a ripple at all. Smaller, big cycles. Universal love is all there is. From thoughts to feelings, from short or long term, from the afterlife to the earth, fiction or non fiction. You need to learn that by yourself. Different steps within. That is tough sometimes. I'm learning about my own stories, poetry, and artwork. Two personal things until the afterlife in all its glory. It was a tough life thus far. I must say that I'm grateful for all I've encountered. Repeating myself again, I need to read and look at my work more often, swapping between lives, also the smaller pieces, like a friendly good morning. I've been learning big time. I'm right about it, because I was wrong all the time. A psychosis isn't the future. It seems like it is eternity. I'm looking at the painting I haven't finished yet, the first one of this year. There is a man with a mask on it. His body is divided in the colors and degrees of the spheres in the afterlife. The lower part of the helmet is blue and pink, divided on sort of a chessboard. Is each step a life or a thought? There are pyramids on the higher part of the helmet. Each pyramid stands for a cycle within life, a thought towards a life, reincarnation. The upper part of the helmet is divided again with the colors of the afterlife. I like being creative. I'm using myself as an example. From my mental instability towards the afterlife and reincarnation. How to think, how to feel, how deep are the gradations in all of the steps possible. I must say I'm happy at the moment. Normally I'm lost within myself big time. The different outcomes of thought and feelings. Who are you with other people? Who are you on your own? What part shows it other people who you are? Different parts of yourself and mirroring with other people, too deep within yourself. You don't show it all the time. Your normal daily thoughts and feelings, psychotic often. That is strange to notice. The boxes of reality sense, it is really strange indeed. A part of my diary again. This early afternoon, my therapist visited me in my new art space. I showed him around and we had a nice conversation, mostly about my artwork and views on the afterlife and reincarnation. It was a great conversation and it went reasonably well. Also, was chatting a bit with a colleague of his, and she might come over in the future as well. I haven't been painting much in the last week, but I will do that soon again. Maybe even tomorrow. I need to keep painting, otherwise I won't reach my goal of at least 20 paintings for the Art Route in Volendam, end of October. Like I said before, they will choose from all the artists a certain amount of people, so I need to keep on painting big time and make great artwork. I do love to paint, to be continued. I'm sitting at home at the moment, listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication, and Blood, Sugar, Sex, and Magic, two great albums. I have been watching some series again as well. I started with Transatlantic, a drama about the Second World War. Furthermore, Lock and Key, and Shadow and Bone. Not sure if I will finish them though. Also, a documentary about fungi. Pretty interesting. They're all connected below the ground. They absorb the dead things of life and give new life a chance to grow. Also, fungi with magical possibilities, also known as magic mushrooms. I won't use that, of course, but I do find it an interesting subject. Alrighty, that was the vlog of this week. Like I said, an easy week. Some thoughts about the mind and the soul again. I like where this is going to. So I would say have a really, really great week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.